today. From Lumen Field in Seattle.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Again, it's Walker. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%, only because they still have some tough games to come. And keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
You talk about this Seahawk defense. They were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Abrams. This one completes Alec Pierce. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. Abrams looking middle, and that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. To throw on 3rd down. Abrams. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken at the 10. So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
Hand off here to Walker. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. So this defense for the Colts, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions.
and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter. Throwing on 1st down. Abrams. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Uchenna Nwosu able to record his 5th sack of the season. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Looking to throw. Abrams. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw. Abrams. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Uchenna Nwosu. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this 1-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That goes for a gain of 31. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll give it up to the big man Walker. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Juju Brents. And the Colts are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance?
Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Looking to throw. Abrams. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And 21 yards there as they convert on third. Operating from the gun. Abrams. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. Back to throw. Abrams. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Give the sack to Jerome Baker. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Abrams working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Colts. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to extend their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Seahawks again now ready to take over on offense. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside.
He's got a man complete. Down the right sideline. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. A trick shot on the extra point, but it is good off the left upright. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. And Taylor going to pick up the Colts' first down as he'll be brought down at the 38-yard line. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Abrams. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Abrams. That complete to Downs. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On 1st down, Abrams. Got a man, it's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Colts will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Elliott good with a PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it was capped off on the touchdown catch by Michael Pittman. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Colts will take over possession here up at the 44. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. To throw on 2nd down, Abrams. The toss here completed to Pittman. And Pittman going to have a Colts first down as he'll get this down to the 40. So we come to past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. That's going to be caught by Downs. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Jerome Baker there on the tackle. From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down and 5. Operating from the gun, Abrams. And this taken in by Downs. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 40. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. First and 10, Taylor now. Gets past one man, and he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Again, it's Taylor. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 2 straight runs of 5 yards. 1st and 10. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. On 1st and 10, Abrams, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that 6th sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kingsley Enagbari. And the Colts are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Abrams. Now he's forced out right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Abrams. That is caught. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Looking to throw. Abrams. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Taylor. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, Abrams. Touchdown! A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Colts are able to widen their advantage. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And now here is another interception.
Picked up by Juju Brents.
There he goes left side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This taken in right around the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
And Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Juju Brents.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. He's got it, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal. Back to throw. Abrams. That's caught at the 3. Touchdown, Colts. A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Colts start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th.
Elliott good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big fourth quarter hold. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost it forever.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Sticking with Walker on second down. 67 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
And now they're in the hurry-up. They run again with Walker. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On the handoff, this is Walker. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw.
Catch is made by Metcalf.
It's a big play there for Seattle. 48 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage.
And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Kareem Hunt, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. belly. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
He's going to try and do this himself.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
On the counter, it's Taylor.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Taylor.
And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
They run once more with Taylor.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Now a timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 90 yards rushing here for Taylor. He's got a first down.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot